Mic check, mic check. Let's go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, homies and homettes, children, babies, creatures of all kinds? What it do, what it do? Welcome to another episode of Man vs. the Machine. Let's get right to it. How y'all doing this frozen Thursday? If you in the Ohio, Michigan area, the road looks like a frozen lake. Sidewalks look like a frozen lake. It's really cold, but I'm about to warm y'all hearts up. Let's get it. Today we talking about um what most gurus I see they ain't really talking about this part. We were talking about what to do when you finally get that man or woman uh that you were looking for. So you don't listen to all the gurus. They done told you how to seek out the perfect mate if you're a male, how to become a high value man. Some of them talk about hit the gym. Some of us were born with that inner hustler to be a high value man. I mean, money don't make you a high value man. Let me explain that too. Uh, this era of simp is seeming to be over with. I remember when a couple years ago that was the big thing. Everybody was just simping, catering to one aspect of it, the female dynamics, and then you find out most of these simp gurus weren't really about what they were saying. They was going out here smashing all the girls that they was telling them everything that they wanted to hear to get their attention. Uh Hilarious. So now it's been kind of switched over where um you got people like Goldie, couple of Charleston White. They're telling you the real. What's up, Franklin? I ain't seen you in years. They telling you the real about being Kevin. Uh Kevin Samuels, I think, really kicked the door in with just telling the real about how it is. Um, I don't really see my man that is playing the sound bar on people. When the big dude, he be cracking me up. But so you got all these relationship gurus, and they're telling us how to and who to pick out, how to pick out a good value woman or a good value man. Women, y'all just had the support level. I don't think men really had the support level until recently. How to be a top tier man individual, which is it starts with a breakup usually, and then men we usually we go into the time chamber. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, we go into the time chamber, get to lifting weights, get to reading books, self perseverance. Whereas women, when they go through breakups, a lot of y'all head back to the street. A lot of y'all head back to the street. Don't really head back to the church. Don't really it's just a block. And so for a long time, man, we would take the damage and really didn't know what to do with it. And so now we got all these gurus. And so let me stick to this. We got all these gurus and they telling us how to seek out a high value mate. Um, so what do you do when you get that? The problem is no one really talks about this part. When you get that person that you go out, that you recreated yourself to attract. I told y'all before, if y'all haven't been following Man vs. Machine for a while, you are what you attract. So if you still, as a man, you still want to be a player, you're gonna attract women that are female players. If you're if you're a woman that you're still doing your thing, you're gonna attract those type of men. If you just your heart is focused on what a person can do for you, and you don't want to put nothing back in the situation, then the type of men you're gonna attract, and a lot of that you'll find is narcissistic. Women is even more narcissistic than men, and so you'll find yourself still attracting those things. So the first thing people need to worry about is the working on themselves. And what we seem to do, like when we get out of bad situations, no one ever really truly fixes themselves. They don't really focus on the fixing of themselves. And man, when we do, um, the opportunities to find a very attractive woman is out there. But the opportunity to find a woman that's attractive outside and inside is two different totally things. If you want a relationship, if you want somebody just to look good, with there's thousands. Pick your variety. They like Dodge Chargers coming off the assembly line. What you want? You want a wide body scat? You want a short body? You want an SRT? You want an RT? You want a Daytona? You want a a street black attention? It's so many beautiful women, but 85 to 90% of those is so damaged, so trash on the inside. It's like you going to Copart and getting a car. Yeah, it's a Charger. It was a Hemi, but it's got damage on the inside and it got dogged out. It had been to a flood in Houston. It had been it had been stolen by the dudes in the D. Uh, so you finding that a lot of people are attractive physically, but are physically emotionally garbage, emotionally damaged. So before I can even get into talking about what to do when you get um that woman that you so desired so much, you got to first stop looking at the outside appearance. You have to start looking at the inner. Same for women. You see all these dudes, they got money, they seem to got stuff going on, but they got all this damage, inner damage to them. One of myself, I can speak to that myself. Because we don't give ourselves time to really go and fix the damage that we have, the damage and the trauma that we have been through. We just keep bouncing from relationship to relationship, and what we're taking through those relationships is that damage and that trauma. So a lot of these people, especially women, what they're directing at y'all is, "I'm fuck nigga free. I'm gonna do this, blah blah blah. Um, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Fuck this nigga. Somebody else gonna buy me flowers and do this. Okay, yeah, man, they can buy you flowers to get to your to get to the pussy. That doesn't mean it's a good situation that you're putting yourself into. So then you compile trauma on trauma, drama on drama. And that's what I did myself speaking. So I don't want to speak out of, like, how can I teach y'all about this? Because part of growing, part of experiencing is um the lessons that you learn from these relationships and these situations. You take those relationships and situations, they can either be a lesson for you or they're gonna end up being your downfall in another situation. And so for years, I took the lessons that I had learned from a marriage and being single. Being single opened my eyes to so much shit. Um, I've always been good to talking to women. I've always been good at that, and that has been my downfall for real. Because I would spend more time than that than focusing on my purpose or staying, you know, directed to that. So I know a lot of the games that women play. I know a lot of the games the dudes play, and you need both of those when you want to be outside in the street. If you want to be outside, you got to know how the girls play. You got to know how dudes act because I could tell a woman how a dude is going to act or apprehensions. When I'm telling you a lot of these cats now, because they see that it's only beauty, it's only surface deep. And this is why you have so many of these baddies that are single. Y'all fine as hell, right? But a lot of y'all in your late 20s, 30s, sometimes in your 40s, still bad and single as hell. Um, Diamond from Players Club, Lisa Ray, all this time, right? She in her 60s now talking about how she just date men. She's in her 60s. So what do y'all think? She was one of the baddest females during her prime, right? Ladies, talking to y'all directly on this one. She was one of the finest females. I mean, women wanted to be like Diamond from Players Club, right? She's in her 60s, still is not in a meaningful relationship. So what do y'all think just focusing on y'all appearance is going to do for you in the long run if you really want a significant relationship? Being beautiful is the surface of it, but having the correct energy to be useful in a relationship, um to be a high value woman in a relationship, to bring something, not even talking about financially to the table. A relationship, being single, I understand that. If you want to just focus on what you look like and trying to get everything from that you can off a dude, right? But a relationship is two people working together as one to progress. If you're not doing that, your relationship is never going to work ever. Because as I told them, several Man versus Machines, right? It's just like a car with without. If I go out on this ice, right, my Mercedes is all wheel drive. All four wheels is gonna go in a direction. Now Monte Carlo is two wheel drives. Only one of them is working, right? So it'll start spinning way easier than the car that's working together or all wheels working together to go in a direction. So if you a person, this person is doing everything to bring value to the relationship. He's giving you everything you want. You just draining that person. His wheel is spinning. Your wheel's not moving anywhere because you're just here because you're pretty. And he needs to do everything that you want him to do to keep you to make him look better. So he's always going to go like this. Your car is going to spin. Your relationship is just going to spin in circles and never really not go anywhere because you are a drain on him. So just because you look pretty, he ought to do this for me. And, and I'm talking to the ladies right now. And fellas, it's the same thing. If you just constantly pulling away from your woman energetically, women are creatures of emotions, right? So you can give a woman anything or everything, and they'll still go do something because they value um so many things from an emotional standpoint. So if you're not putting it to your woman emotionally, making them feel like something, or providing the security or the leadership, that's the main thing that most men in relationships don't provide. They don't provide the leadership, and so the trauma that we keep taking just keeps compiling because no one's ever saying, "Hey, let's come together and work on the issues we got." Because we're going from relationship to relationship in a shield because we're remembering all the damage that we had because we're really not fixing the damage because especially from an accountability standpoint, which one of y'all can honestly say when y'all went through a breakup that y'all looked at yourself, what the fuck did I do wrong in that relationship to cause it to go bad? Fellas, for us, I think the main thing is so much eye candy. It's so much eye candy. And our nature is to want everything we see. So the discipline in that is to not go for everything we see. When we single, we know, okay, that's not a girl I would want to really be with. I might have fun with her. I might stick around with her for a long time. I ain't really gonna get in a relationship. We can apply that discipline when we single. But when we get in a relationship, we got what we asked for, what we wanted, but we still try to get everything else or keep one foot in and one foot out. That was my problem. I seen so much trauma, seen so much diabolical cheating from married women, single women, uh fucking wow. That I took all that trauma and them lessons. And when I seen anything, and then they're called tails. We use that in law enforcement, you use that in the military. Tails. When I see a tail, which means it's something that a person does that gives away their uh real motives or real desires or the real character of that person. When I see tails, I would react to that. Now I could be in a situation, ship, I could be in a friendship, and all that works in those situations, but it doesn't work in a relationship because you might see something. And as far as me, I would take that, and if I knew you had other dudes or you was talking to other dudes, and 99.9% of women do, and you lie to me about it or try to play me about it, that automatically moves you into a situationship or a friendship. No, I might not just blow it up. I might not even say 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna even say anything about it. I'm gonna roll with it, but I'm gonna take myself out of the LeBron James role, the number one person on your team, and try to move myself back to the number two, number three, number four spot. Let somebody else get played. I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna fuck on you. We can go hang out. We can party. We can do all these things, right? But I'm never really gonna lock in with you because I know essentially you're doing the same things that I'm doing. So now we might be best of friends. I look out for you. You going through shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. But it's never gonna be what it could be. And so when you get into a relationship and you got all these traumas, and the same for women, you might have got played by a lot of dudes, so you can never give your complete self to the situation. And that's what I see a lot of people doing. We just taking all these traumas, trying to jump back into another relationship, and we never heal from what we went through. And the first part of healing, especially with ladies, is accountability for what you did to cause these situations. Well, I wanted a man that just did everything for me, but I knew he wasn't shit. Okay. So you keep doing that over and over again because you leading with your beauty and not leading uh or looking for someone with the heart to match what they provide. And it's a difference when you want to be a part of a team or you want somebody just doing everything for you. It's a totally different aspect. When I just know I can get everything from this person, or I'm really trying to build with this person. I think I said this in the meme, not in the meme, but in a statement before. It's a difference between a man that want to throw you some change to fuck on you, between a man that want to bring you in his life to help build with you and build you up. But with not him doing everything, with you need to build that man up too, because we go through a lot of shit and we just never say nothing about it. But we take them same traumas into a relationship and it becomes dysfunctional. And how it becomes dysfunctional is because nobody in the relationship can really communicate from the heart and hold themselves accountable and want to improve. Everybody, especially in this culture now, we want to take the damage that someone else is doing and their flaws and run with it. Either I'm gonna dog you out, talk to you crazy about it, and move on and start doing me. That's what I was just saying I was doing. I see you doing something, I see a tail. Okay, we can be in the same house. We can do this. Now I got you because I see you doing things, whether I have the evidence or not, because women, y'all is sneaky as shit. Like men is dogs. Y'all call us dogs, right? Dogs go shit in the yard, right? And you can see it. We ain't too good at hiding things. Women, have you ever seen a cat? Cats, that's why they bury their shit. You ever smelled cat poop? Man, that shit is like the worst shit on earth. Because like when women do things, it's compound because y'all coming from an emotional standpoint just to do it. And so these relationships, it's no one ever trying to fix the problem. It's just we blame each other and then we go off and do us. That's what the culture is trying to say. I'm gonna go do me. I'm gonna go get my lick back. I'm gonna go do this. No one's really working on the problems. So when you come into a relationship, um, you're trying to diverge two people to act as one. It's like if you go in the army or go in the military, right? You got 100 people. If we're all doing different things and not fighting these battles together as one, and I'm going out here, we're supposed to be going to the right, pushing to the right, and I'm pushing to the left. We're fighting the war. That's what you are in a relationship. Your relationship is fighting the war. Every time y'all walk out them doors, and every time you post this shit on social media together, guess what you got? You fighting the war. You fighting the war because society don't want to see couples together for real. That's why you have all this music and all these things and all these shows pertaining to single relationships. The world, the devil, Satan, the powers, principalities of power in wicked places don't want to see happy couples. You know what happy couples produce? Happy fucking families. They don't want that shit. They want broken homes. You know why? Because that brings broken kids. Broken kids, what? Keeps feeding the prison industrial complex. So it's some very deeper shit I'm on right now. But they don't want you happy because you know what? Just on a basic level, what couples do together when they really together, they love each other. The world doesn't want love. It's what Satan hates the most out of anything. He don't want you to love that man. He don't want you to love that woman. He wants y'all to be at odds together and keep being in the streets, keep hurting each other, keep causing trauma to each other because we keep breaking each other. Not let me not say y'all, because it's me too. Ooh, that came from God right there. That wasn't me. So he wants us to not love each other. He wants us to get in fights, and then you run off and get back in the streets and be a thought, and I run off and become a player, or I keep crushing your heart by bringing outside women into a relationship or bringing outside men into a relationship. You keep crushing his heart by secretly developing relationships and just for attention. We keep entertaining. Social media is like one of the worst things that ever happened as far as a couple. I was listening to I've been on this fast, right? And on the spiritual walk. So I got to get me back because I realized all this trauma had turned me into it's not I even realized. I knew it, but I embraced the 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 coldness. I embrace being a machine. I embrace not having no emotions and not having no heart. That's insane. How could you ever want to love something? A machine can't love shit. I can't. I logically know I care about a person. You know, I logically know how to act, but emotionally, there's really nothing there. I can do all these terrible things to a person and off of a tail, off of whether I knew the shit or not. I might have been right by what happened after this breakup. Shit, I might have been right, but I never gave it a chance. Never really gave it a chance. From the get go, I was always on shit because a tail. Because I didn't trust nobody else. Nothing that she initially did, but never trusted nobody else. Never. I was always a monster because I seen monster shit. So to survive monsters, and I'm talking about women, I became a monster. Just not all women, the women I was dealing with, which is 85% of the types of women that's out there. Because ladies, what y'all do, even now, I'm laughing at the situation. I don't even put the person out. Motherfucker ain't got nowhere to stay, then crashed out, reputation and shit. But you showing me that you still a pretty person. You on the internet making posts and stories of how pretty you are, but your life is in fucking shambles. And women, what y'all do when y'all get hurt, y'all focus on the surface level. I'm gonna become a better looking person, but on the inside, y'all not becoming better people. Y'all not discharging the pain and the trauma that y'all went to. Y'all using it and just focusing on beauty. But if you want a real king, a real man, we're not focused on your beauty like that. The type of men that you really say you want and say that you need the real providers, the real person that's gonna level you up, not level you up and just give you everything to level you up, but teach you. I can go give you money, but if I can teach you how to get money, that's different. If I can teach you how to love, if I can teach you how to respect a man, if I can teach you how to build a home, if I can, and you can do the same to me, because men need this from y'all. Y'all the emotional ones. We need y'all to teach us how to love. Music came out with this song. I have to be retaught how to love because all I know how to do really is be a fuck nigga on some 100 shit and not even a fuck nigga like that because that's all I'm around is fuck women. If 80% of the women and 85 to 90% of the women I come in contact on bullshit and I gotta dip and dive to get to that. And half the men or 90% of the men is on the same shit. How are we ever gonna create a culture and a generation of people that actually love each other? They've taken love out of music. I literally, like I was saying, while I'm doing this fasting thing, I started listening to more R&B music, like older, not this shit that's out here now, because that ain't shit but catch a body music. That's all it is. There's no love in this shit. It's just I'm fucking somebody as quick as possible. Um, there is no love in the music now. So I've been listening to 80s, 90s R&B music. Like, damn, the whole mood changes in your spirit. Like your spirit, like, damn. And it catches me like I ain't felt like that since I was in fucking high school. My heart has not been open. And a lot of ladies, gentlemen, y'all heart's not open to even receive love. Because all from an aspect of women, especially now, all you see is y'all beautiful as shit. But all you see is gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. This dude, do all this. Just stop posting this stupid ass shit because you turning off the men that really want to build something with you. Shit, some of us we ain't even building. I'm not building shit. I got all this shit. What's hard for me is to put a person in position. This is a fucking come up. I'm not even where I want to be. I'll be 100% clarity with you. This is like one of the most down times in my life. But you know what? My downtime in my life is better than 95% of the motherfuckers on this planet. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a one percenter to be doing better. This is a down period. Like I done crashed out on all types of levels. Like what the fuck is going on? Like I'm rebuilding this shit, but I haven't lost nothing. Still got all my houses. I still got all my cars. Still got all my boats. Still got all my jet skis. I'm hurting in my mind because I'm like, damn, this is fucked up. I can't make the moves I want to make. This is a come up. Y'all sit online and it's dudes like me or better. And we just sifting through what y'all post. And then we see y'all post like, damn, she bad as hell. Then we see y'all post and be like, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? You become a queen, a wife to a disposable asset that quick, just by the shit y'all mindset for what y'all mindset saying. And so when we get in these relationships, we got to clear our mindset. I can't right now be a functional person in a relationship to a woman because I know I keep carrying excess trauma to a relationship. I just realized the shit I've been doing wasn't okay. I'm running game and doing everything every other nigga and woman do on this earth. Y'all can be mad at me if y'all want to. Girls, y'all do the same shit we do. And it's dysfunctional as hell. No one's holding themselves accountable to that. So the first thing, if you want to keep the man or woman that you've been praying about, we keep asking God for the man or woman that we want in our dreams, right? But we not even that person ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We think we is. Oh, I think I fixed myself. I'm better than this. But the fix that society and all these gurus is giving you is to be more selfish, to be more fixated on yourself when relationships is about selflessness, not selfishness, selflessness. Selflessness is you not worrying about yourself and caring about the other person. But the fix that everyone's telling you, okay, go fix yourself. Cool. That going to fix yourself, first of all, you can't fix shit if you don't know what's wrong with you. If I go out there now, something wrong with my car, right? I take it to the mechanic. Y'all take your car to the mechanic. He put a little box on it, and it tell you everything was wrong, right? Or if you know about cars, when certain shit happened to a car, people call me all the time. What's wrong with my car? I know about cars. I can tell them over the phone by a certain amount of things what the fuck is wrong with the car, right? Our thing is we go on the internet, we go on social media, and we got all these problems, and we listen to what the problem is, but then we don't go fix it. If a motherfucker tell me my engine about to blow up or one of the turbos about to go out, and I just keep driving that shit and I don't fix it, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna continually to be damaged. So we keep going online trying to figure out what we want or what's wrong with us or talking to our friends or our homegirls. And I told y'all that in the last one. Ladies, for fucking real, stop listening to some of y'all besties because these bitches do not want you to have the life that you have. If your bestie is single and she from dude to dude, bouncing from dick to dick, and she might even got more than you. She might even got a better job than you. But her life ain't where yours is. You might have got the dude that she wanted. She might have been in the club with you that day, and she mad that you got that motherfucker. So she gonna do everything to sabotage your shit because she don't want you happy. Because what you have to understand is money don't buy the happiness of real love. What up, Marquis? It don't. I mean, you can say the same thing. One of my homeboys on here now. Actually, a lot of them out, Ray. What up? That's real on here. These are successful men, high value men, right? Why we all single? Y'all want to chime in? Real Marquise, why we all single? Because 80 to 90% of the women out here, y'all look good as fuck, right? But the attributes of being a wife and being in a relationship aren't there. Um, and even for us, so the trauma just becomes a vicious cycle. The attributes of a king is here, but I'm not. If I'm in a relationship and I'm still going down to the village, uh, or we can do this on Olympus status. Zeus, the god of thunder, kept having an affair on Helen, the god, this goddess. He would come down here and have all these kids. He kept coming down off Olympus to go fuck with the village, and that's what caused the downfall of the pantheon. Zeus having affairs. So see how I'm not just on the against the women. I'm on the men's side too because when we get in these relationships, we got a goddess, but we keep going down the fuck on the villagers. You know what I'm saying? I was my baby. Man, they be killing me at work. We got it. I want to get on this stock shit, my dog. They've been killing me at work, man. One of our supervisors, she broke her leg. I've been covering, and I don't want to give you a half-ass me. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let me get back to this. So if I keep coming down and fucking with the villagers, I'm going to destroy the kingdom. Same as a queen. If you keep trying to get the fucking attention of the commoners, you're gonna destroy your kingdom. It's just as simple as that. And like social media makes it so easy. Women, y'all love attention, even more so than men. Um, because y'all lead with the beauty, but it's the inner beauty that actually gets you out of not being something just to fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Your beauty will get you to that level. Some people pay to play. Some people don't have to pay to play. But we keep saying that we want these meaningful relationships, but we keep acting as if we not. Because if all I'm trying to do is drain the resources out of a person, how could damn bro? The price went up. I'm sick of you. We gonna fight when I see you. We've been knowing each other for over 20 years. This how you gonna do your boy? Come on, man. Uh if I'm draining the resources out of somebody, how can I say I love them? How can I say I want to be in a real relationship with them? And all I do is pull, pull, pull. I'm not putting nothing back into you. So you got life draining from a person, and then when they come in the house, they drain it from a person. That doesn't make a meaningful relationship. That doesn't. Oh, you want to get on? Hey, we talking about the relationship. We talk about the stocks in a second. I'm about to let you in. Come on, let's go. Uh, if you just pulling the resources out of each other, and as a man, if you just pulling the energy out of this woman by constantly embarrassing her, what up, my dude?
Yeah, what up, nigga?
You on the man and machine? No, baby, was good.
Man, I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, you need an itinerary, nigga. You all over the place.
I know. I gotta lock it down. I just ain't been able to. I ain't been able to focus on it like this. But hey, it's just
If you
coming.
had a podcast, you would have lost the 5 followers that you had.
Well,
That
nigga,
shit ain't a good
my
look.
shit got 30,000 views. How about that?
You gotta have structure. That's one
Yeah.
of the things I've learned. Though. That's important.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to say, yes, like a few niggas, everybody likes to spend the block when they see the numbers. Like today I made 4,300, and then I tested something today and was teaching a guy. He said, I ain't never seen no shit like this. In 20 minutes, it was plus 2,500 in just 20 minutes.
All right.
So I mean, it all depends on what money somebody's working with, what they can afford to lose, all of that shit. But the money is there.
All right. I'm gonna get with you on that. Nigga, we on the podcast right now. You talk about getting me off focus, and look what you do.
Man, we'll see. Nah, go ahead and do your thing. No, we'll talk. Hit me up.
All right, for sure.
All right, guys.
Yep. So anyway, crazy ass. So you will get in these situations where you just draining the other person, and like I said, you can drain that person by just not putting that love back into them. They putting all this love into you. You're not putting that love back into them, and so we keep again. And why are we like that? Past traumas. We're not healing from the past traumas. And in a relationship, the biggest thing is when people talk about communication all the time. Communication is more than you just waking up in the morning, hey, how you doing? And then going about your day. Some people in relationships don't even do that. That's asinine that two people could be in the same house and sometimes y'all hold a grudge and don't even speak to each other in the morning. Communication is not going to bed at night angry with each other. These are things to keep a relationship successful that you have to do. When y'all got problems, talk about them. Don't sit there and just be angry with each other. Talk about the problems, not talk about them so you can push your side as right and make them seem wrong. Let's come to a resolution of what we need to do. That's the main thing that I see in like most relationships why they fail. You got a problem with a person, but y'all don't know how to talk. Y'all don't know how and holding yourself and each other accountable. If you make a mistake, yeah, I fucked up. What we gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? What do we need to do to fix this problem? And that's on both sides, man. Women, y'all cannot be not accountable for y'all mistakes and just think like, oh, I'm gonna just you made me do this. He made me do that. She, you know what I'm saying? You got to put this off. You have to you have to be 100 with yourself. Like, I am doing this wrong. I talked to this person crazy, or I'm not respecting this person's feelings, or maybe I should have did this better. Or there's a better way I could say that, or there's a better way I could do that. That communication right there holds weight because your partner see that you value their feelings and their opinion. So when we get in these situations um, that we've been asking for, these are reasons that we can't keep and hold on to them, and then it just be out the window within a couple months. Damn, I really liked that person. That could have worked. That could have been this. That could have been that. But we act counterintuitively. You can't sit here and talk to somebody crazy and think that that shit's okay. You can't sit there and that person's just gonna stick around, and you continuously to belittle them. You continuously to disrespect them. You continuously when y'all go out, you doing it. Sometimes it'll go from private to public because disrespect is crazy because it just grows. And so we want what we say we want to be in these meaningful relationships, but we act as though we don't. And that's because, like I said, the continuation of trauma just been built and built and built over time, and it's never being repaired. So before you can even get into these situations, these relationships, you need to work on the self to get that shit under control. And then when you get in a relationship, it's a two-way street. It's two people again trying to be one. So you have to treat it as such. Um, like I said, I can't be as from a man perspective, and like I said, this is one of our things. We always trying to reach back for the eye candy or go back to the village. And that caused so much pain because you can't focus. If we focus that energy that we're trying to put in all these different women into the one woman that we're trying to be with, uh, we'll make progress. But if I'm trying to put all my energy here, here, and here, no one's really getting 100% of me. You get 25, you get 50, and you get a 25 instead of the person getting the whole 100% of that energy. Same with women. If you're dealing with a bunch of different men, how could you ever give that one man that you say you want uh all of you? We giving each other bits and pieces because we so quick to leave the situation. We so quick to jettison the situation instead of facing accountability for our own actions and then working to fix the situation. It's easier to bail on the situation or just sit there and let the situation just compound. And that's a crazy part too. Is that I see is that people sit in a bad relationship and instead of trying to work on it, trying to fix it, they'll just sit there to get whatever benefits that they want out of the situation. Maybe a place to stay, maybe in-house sex, but maybe food, maybe whatever it is, they'll sit in a bad situation, the comfort of just having somebody. I'd rather take this person than nobody. Somebody is better than nobody. And instead of working on or releasing yourself from that type of situation, but instead of fixing fixable issues, we'll sit there and just let it boil over. We'll sit there and be angry with a person. We'll sit there and ignore a person. We'll sit there and check out and do us, but we'll still be attached to that person. But that shit is crazy. And that's not never gonna get a meaningful situation because we go to these relationships not out of love. We go into them out of priority, prioritizing what we want. And it really don't even be love because love is a selfless act. It's not a selfish act. So if I'm going in and trying to get what I can take out of the situation, not what I can bring to the situation, it's never going to be love. So understand that. If you go into a relationship looking at it for what you're going to gain and not what you can bring to the table, it's never going to be a good relationship because all you're trying to do is get something out of it. Take, 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 take. That's not love. Both of you going into it, what can I do to bring value to the situation? That's love because it's mutual. But we don't see it that way. We just see it as a moment, and it's a moment. It's fun sometimes. Yeah, it's fun going going and dating all types of beautiful girls. Yeah, that's fun, but it's damaging. Also, all the fun shit all the fun shit, the eye candy on the surface is damaging. Number one, it's diseases. Number one, it's hurtful and traumatizing to your partner. And I'm saying, I'm not preaching this to you. Shit, I done this shit the wrong way. I done done this shit the wrong way. No matter what the person or you thought the person was doing, you can only control your actions. And so when I look what I can bring to the table, I look at what I did to flip the table over that was right in front of me. And that's what a lot of us do. We come to a relationship. Oh, this is what I bring to the table. This is what I bring to the table. What this person bring? What he gonna do for me? And then our actions flip the whole damn table over. We ain't nobody ate because we done flipped the table over. We destroyed the shit before it could even get a chance because we come into relationships for the wrong reasons. And that is something that fundamentally has to change and change quickly, or it's just gonna be a bunch of single broken ass people out here, and that's all you seeing right now. It was funny. Uh, like I said, in my own retrospect is now me realizing, like I literally thought the shit I was doing was cool. Like, no, it wasn't. It was fucked up. I'm like, damn, nigga, you really was just talking and fucking, you was acting like At a point in time, we was no matter what she did. At a point in time, was just acting like we was here, but I was acting like I wasn't here. I was just doing the fucking absolute most. Like I said, ladies, y'all sneaky as hell. From what it looked like now, maybe I was right, but however, that's still not the proper way to act or to behave. And so, and you can drive a person to that. Our actions can drive a person. A woman talking reckless to a man can drive a man to step out on you. A man stepping out on his woman can drive a woman to talk reckless to you and step out on you. So you got all these things, these conforming spirits. What I talked to y'all earlier in Man's Verse Machine. You got all these conforming spirits coming together to destroy something that could have been brought together by God, but you acting outside of the will of God. And so that's another thing too. If you want to keep the person or keep the individual that you've been praying about in the situation or the relationship that you want to be in, you got to keep God in it because everything outside of that is coming to tear up your relationship. Like I said, it's a war. When you go out, um, when you go out as a couple, when you step outside of them doors, even in your own house, it's a battle. So you're fighting a battle for your relationship. You're fighting a battle for your existence. So you have to move as a unit, as a team. Like I said, as what if you was in the army. If I'm trying to push this way and the rest of the unit is going that way, we're not gaining any ground. So what I'm saying is if you come home and you arguing amongst yourselves, you fighting amongst yourselves, you're not working as a team, you setting yourself up for failure for all the battles that y'all gonna come against as a couple. It's gonna be easy for somebody to come and tear up your relationship. It's gonna be easy for your homegirls and your homeboys to get you off track and get you to walk away from your relationship because a lot of them don't have what you have. They don't, they can, and the spirits, they see the potential. So it's their job to destroy you before you even get to the potential of what your relationship could have been, which could have been uh raising a good family, which could have been creating a successful business or a successful corporation, which could have been breaking generational curses on both sides. These are the things that the relationships that God wants you to have. Those are the benefits of it, but we never get there. We get destroyed. We destroy it before we ever get it off the ground because we got all these traumas and these thoughts from our past and it's harming us moving to our future because we're still looking back like this at all the things, all the wrongs, all the hurts that we just saw instead of looking to the future with the person. Look at us in front of us. And a lot of us, if we are honest with each other when we come to these relationships and we come to these situationships at the start, and look, I deal with this, and this. I have issues with this and this. We can't even have open communication and conversations. Like, this is what I struggle with in my past relationship. I don't want to do that no more. We don't never even get to that because I can't even say it from a man perspective. We all just trying to fuck on each other first. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that happens. We all just trying to fuck on each other. So we got that part. And then we never get to, okay, and we're gonna stick around each other. What hurts you? What do you like? What things do you have trouble with? What things bring the good out of you? You know what I'm saying? We never get to that level. Man, it's so bad right now. And this is jumping off topic, but it ain't. It's so bad right now, as far as communicating needs and expressing yourself to people. Nobody wants to because it's just what can you give me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you, ladies, have y'all ever sat down and talked to your man about what he like? Fuck no, not most of y'all don't. I can't even recall outside maybe 3 people out of the hundreds I know that I ever could get to that conversation. How do you feel about raising children? How do you raise your own children? We never get to those conversations because it's just everything is so vague now. What do you look like? What do you drive? What kind of job you got? How much money do you make? Blah blah blah. It never gets to that. It never gets to a deeper conversation where we can move around. We playing in relationships, we playing checkers instead of chess. And that's why we're losing. That's why you see these divorce rates so high. Motherfucker told me y'all been together for 2 years. That's a long time. How the hell is 2 years a long time to be with somebody? That ain't shit. But that's the norm now. That's a long time because now relationships only last in a couple months, and it's really just because it's sexually driven. There's nothing really else there. It's a house built on sand. I've been in those relationships. A lot of times, situationships. A lot of times, I had compartmentalized to just keep them situationships because I knew they weren't going to never gravitate to nothing. It was fun for the moment, and that's what all this stuff brings. Because when we never invested into the relationship, and that's the thing too. A relation being vested in it. Vested means I bring something to value to it. You bring something to value to it. We both got something here that we don't want to lose. We're vested in it. You know what I'm saying? I've invested in this relationship. You are invested in this relationship. That keeps people grounded. Like my boat, I'm invested in it $25,000. It's not easy for me to just give up on it. But if I don't got shit invested in you, it's easy for me to give up on you. I got some dick invested in you. Oh shit, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? You don't provide nothing for me. You got coochie invested in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone. And it rises up the level. Like you'll get these dudes with money. $2,500 ain't nothing in them. They're not invested in a relationship. They just want to fuck on you. You know what I'm saying? $3,000 ain't nothing to them. Like $100 ain't nothing to them. $40 ain't nothing to them. That's nothing. That's here. Take that. Go slide. I can go about my way. That's what happens when we base ourselves on just base our relationships on just what we can get out of the situation. There's no vested into it, so it's easy to leave it. It's nothing there. It's suffice, man. She can have this little shit. I'm gone. You know, he can have that. I'm gone. And or I'll keep them there and I'll do this, and that because our heart's not in it. Our body is in it, but our heart's not in it. It's a whole different value when your heart is in something. Um, and that's as a man to other men, the little hearts that's left out there. And if we find somebody with a beating heart and they ain't a damn hydrogen fuel cell, meaning they don't have no emotions and no feelings, when you find somebody with a heart, we got to start focusing on not tearing that heart down. You know what I'm saying? In both ways, ladies too. Um, to a man, disrespect is just the talking disrespect is just as painful as cheating. Just how y'all feel with cheating is to y'all ladies, y'all mouth to y'all men sometimes, how reckless y'all be talking, that shit just is that's just is just as painful as that nigga sticking his dick in another woman. Y'all gotta understand that shit. We don't because we never talk about it. No one ever gets to this point. I can tell you, I can go tell you how to get bad women, fine ass girls. That ain't hard shit. You ain't gotta do nothing now. You ain't even gotta have no game no more to do that. But people don't talk about what it takes to be in a successful relationship. Then we run to people that aren't in successful relationships for advice. Like, how do you go to a person that dick hop body to body or coochie to coochie and expect them to tell you how to be in a good relationship? You can't unless they really trying to tell you like this is the shit don't do because this is what I do to not be in successful relationships. But we run into them people and we see the few people left on this earth, the generation before us, that been in relationships for 20, 30, 40 years. It ain't relationships ain't this. No smooth ride. These motherfuckers is these. But they still rocking the waves with each other. They surfing the waves with each other. We hit a wave and you go your way, I'm gonna go my way. And that be that. Or we still in the situation, we in the relationship together, whatever we got going on, and I still went that way. You went my way, but the surfboard still on the it's the shit still surfing down the ocean. But neither one of us is on the board no more. You doing you, I'm doing me. Uh, and that's crazy. And so, if you really want to be in a committed and a successful relationship, you got to come to the point where you take accountability for the shit that you've done in the past and fix that shit. So you don't bring that energy, that trauma into new relationships. Because we sit there and we just blame it on everybody else. He the reason I did this. Well, if he the reason you did this, why did you pick that type of dude? Why did you stay in that type of relationship? You know, that's your view. So we got to take accountability ourselves. Like I said, when you do this, it's all these fingers pointing back at me, and just clear the dirt and clear the air with yourself. And what's that shot there? You need to be taught how to love. Yeah. Clear the deck with yourself so you can really express and learn how to love and give love back. Not just want to receive love. And receiving shit and things ain't love. You know what I'm saying? And that's draining to put into a person and don't get nothing back. Entitlement. Where does all this entitlement to shit come from? Immediate, instant gratification and instant entitlement. Motherfuckers don't owe you shit. Like when y'all first meet, nobody know you shit. It's not like Everybody, I'm the prize. I'm the prize. I'm the prize. All right, motherfucker. If y'all the prizes, why y'all empty ass packages? Like you the prize so much. How is y'all a bunch of fucking diamonds from Player Club? That shit only lasts for so long. You can be fine as hell for your whole life and still not being in a meaningful relationship, still chasing love at 60 something. Still chasing love at 60 something. That's horrible. That's fucking crazy. But this is the new norm. And still got the wrong. And the crazy part about it, she's 60 years old and still don't get it yet. Still don't get it yet. Still gonna be out here till she's 75, look, this motherfucker gonna be in a casket and never experience what she's saying because leading with the wrong shit. And to maintain it is kind of simple. Whatever you do to not be in a good relationship and a continuously steady relationship, stop doing that shit. That's really what it is. Whatever you did and you know in your heart that you did to fuck up your relationships, um, stop doing it. Stop chasing unwanted attention. Stop being a bad communicator. Stop being selfish. Stop being angry. Stop being bitter. Stop talking reckless. Stop putting your dick in the places it don't need to be. Stop putting your coochie in the places it don't need to be. Respect your partner. Love that person for real. These are just it sounds like basic shit, but it, obviously none of us is getting it, including myself. I wasn't getting it. Now, and it take the heart kick. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a heart kick because of what they did. It was a heart kick because I realized what the fuck I was doing. Like, damn, you was a psycho. Like literally, when I thought about it, you was a psycho. No matter what psychotic shit this motherfucker did, where you was at. I can't control what that person did. I can't fix them. I can only fix me going forward. This motherfucker apparently might be just like that. You know what I'm saying? But as a child of God, I know accountability. I'm like, damn. And a lot of you are, not a lot of you, some of you are. And when you realize that, you got like, damn, man, I got to get me together. It's not too late, or you will be dead with no breath in your body. But you can go on, continue living this cycle and miss out on the opportunity that you had for your person. And then, so when you get your person, act like you've been there. You know what I'm saying? Act like this where you want to be at. A lot of times we act like we say we want to be there, but we act like we don't want to be there. I did all this to get here, to get this person, to get this thing, and then when I get it, I don't know how to take care of it. I do that to that Mercedes all the time. I drive a motherfucker like it's a Chevy. I act, I act like I don't I act like I don't know how to be here with it. That's crazy. So when I break it and break stuff on it, I'm at the shop like here go 5,000. Here go. I mean, yeah, shit. I spent 5 grand in it. Three. Here go another 1,000. Oh, how this happened? Well, I was doing 100 miles an hour and it's crashed into this, and I was drunk and did this and did that. I wanted it. When I got it, I act like I don't know how to treat it. We got to stop doing that. We got to care for the things that God has blessed us with. It's a blessing nowadays to find somebody. For real. It's a blessing nowadays to find somebody. Ain't shit out here but trash. Like I said, I was just damn Marquise, I do gotta get this more structured. It was motherfuckers in my inbox crazy nowadays. It's one motherfuckers foreign. I'm like, damn, okay, this is different. Let me see what this is talking about. From traumas, asking questions about like, so how old is your kids? What do you do for a living? That person's so traumatized they can't even hold those type of conversations. I'm like, damn, people is really fucked up out here. Like, you can't even hold a basic conversation to just see what you about. Like, what did you even, what did you in the DM for? Like, what did you come here for? Like, to talk if you can't talk? Like, the shit is crazy with people. So we don't even get these deep conversations that have value no more to understand a person, understand what they've been through, understand what they love language is. We just go. And it's just like relationships is like fast food right now instead of a soul food meal. It's just like fast food. Like it's McDonald's. So I get it, eat it, throw the bag out the window. That's what relationships have come to. They ain't you sit down at the table and you eat and you get full, you know what I'm saying, of another person's energy and vibe. They ain't that no more. So take that into account, y'all. Like I said, this uh how to keep to sum it up, how to keep the relationships that you say you want is to do what you do differently than what you've done in the past. Be more open to communication. Uh, be honest with each other. Be honest with yourself and your wrongdoings and your shortcomings to hold each other accountable. But don't hold on to that. Don't hold on to that. Y'all fix the problems and move forward. Be open with each other for what y'all want from the beginning. Look at y'all values or what y'all want from the beginning. Don't say you want to do something and that ain't really what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Uh, be honest with yourself. So, and if it's something that y'all can blend together, be honest. Like, I don't see myself doing this, or I don't see myself doing that, or I do see myself doing that. I can work on that, or I can work on this. And be diligent on working on those problems and those issues that y'all have. Don't let yourself go to sleep angry with each other, arguing with each other. Man, when y'all come to a problem, don't bring that shit back up no more. If you fix it, fix it. And move forward with that shit. Don't harbor and hold on to that shit because you let that anger and that disappointment linger and it just becomes cancerous to the situation. So those are just some keys right there, man, of what to do. And go into a relationship genuinely knowing that it's not about self, not being selfish, but being selfless. And those are the keys I got for y'all. Peace up. Thank y'all for watching Man versus the Machine.